Hi there, everyone. Mr. D again. Today I want to talk about a lesson that I saw some of you guys working on Imagine Math. So if you go into Imagine Math, at the top you can choose your pathway. This is like the maybe third or fourth lesson in the Mock STAAR pathway. So Mock STAAR pathway is a really good kind of practice of some of the ideas, the major important ideas of third grade. So I wanted to kind of work on this together with you and just think aloud so it might be a little bit easier because I noticed some people were having trouble with this lesson. So the first, I can pop around to like look at the pre-quiz, look at the guided learning. So let's look at one of these questions. Which pair of number lines shows that 2/3 is more or greater than 2/6? And since this is a multiple choice question, I can just kind of decide and choose based on that. 2/3 is more than 2/6. Well, I know I need to have one that's chopped into thirds and one that's chopped into sixths. This is 2/3, yes. This is 2/3, yes. This is 2/3, yeah. So really, we're looking at which one will show 2/6. And when I think about fractions, I think about equal pieces. There's no way it is that. Same thing. Look at that. That's crazy. Super big and then little bitty pizzas. Okay. So yeah, I think it's either this one or this one. But we want to be careful. We're not counting the lines. We're counting kind of like the spaces here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces between 0 and 1. I think it's that. What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and this is 1, 2, 3, 6, not 2, 6. Easy. Got it. Which number sentence is modeled by the number lines? Ooh, okay, cool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this better. Perfect. So here we have, this looks like a half. I already know which one it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is on the top. I'll write it here. A, we had 4/8, which is more than what B was. B had, it's the same number of pieces, 8 pieces, but in this case it's 1, 2, 3. 3/8. So we're looking for 3/8 and 4/8. I see 3/8 and 4/8. No. So it's one of these ones. I'm thinking, is 3/8 greater than 4/8 or is 3/8 less than 4/8? It is less. And here's a picture. Let me try and draw this kind of just as practice. You might like drawing these at home too when you use Imagine Math. I find that when I'm having a pencil and paper next to me while I work on Imagine Math, I take my time a little more and think carefully. Otherwise, some of you guys at home, you just kind of guess quickly. And that's not good. Here we'd have 4 equal parts, and 2 of them are shaded. And in this one, we have 3 equal parts, and 2 of them are shaded. So they're both 2 something. We either have 2/4 or 2/3. And we know the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. So the thirds are bigger than fourths. And we can see that here because it goes further along in the shaded region. So we're going to look for, if you think of the alligator or whatever, the less than sign here to show that 2/3 is more. Wow. And you know, if you do really well on this pre-quiz, you maybe only get one wrong. You test out of this. This is probably one that I would see people having trouble with. So let me give you an example. Which is a reason for deciding whether this is a true number sentence? 3/4 is less than 3/8? I'll write that down here. 3/4 is less than 3/8? Hmm. Well, actually, I know, like, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. If you think about, like, if I had a cake, I'm going to do a rectangular cake. Sometimes my mom makes cakes in pans like that. If I want to have this delicious chocolate cake, and I'm going to share it with 8 people, 4 people, oh, that's a pretty big slice of cake, nice. But 8 people, if I have 3/8, that's going to be smaller. So 3/8 is smaller, and 3/4 is greater. So it should actually be 3/4 is greater than 3/8. So I know that this is false. So it's going to be one of those. I think it's this one. I don't want to tell you guys all the answers, though, because you'll just go on there and kind of copy. Let's go on. So, like, the warm-up, fun. It's a little game. The music's going hard. Okay. I kind of want to, like, turn this music off. All right, we're going to skip these directions. Or we'll turn it down. Jeez. Is that a little better? A half of bananas. So, can I cut it right down the middle? Is that good? What does divide mean? They're all of it? Oh no. Wah! Oh, yes. I can turn the music off like that. Alright, we'll see. We're going to remove this. Even if we put this here. I want to remove this guy. Get out of here. Interesting. I guess we could go through and do the directions. But I want to get to the part that you guys have more trouble with. This is half of... Okay. This is half bananas. So I don't know what we do now. Alright, whatever. Let's skip the game. Now, something else I want to remind you about with these is when you do guided learning, you can click this math help button, and there's videos for you to watch.
Look at the fractions. The numerators are the same. The denominators are different.
True.
4 is less than 8. When the numerators are the same, the fraction with the lesser denominator is greater.
True. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. So, if we are sharing that cake, like the picture I have here, if we were sharing it with 4 people, it would be more. Here's the piece of cake. Here's another, here's a pan of cake on both. At the top, if I share it with 4 people, we get bigger slices. But if I share this with 8 people, those 3 slices are going to be smaller. Cool. And then you can watch another video, and it can help you solve this. I'm going to go to the post quiz and just do like a little 1 or 2 problems with you. 1/4 is greater than 1/6. True. Ah, look, these are not equal. You want the number lines to be exactly the same. So this is not a good comparison. I like that. Okay, 1/4 is more than 1/6. Bang. Getting lots of points. I'm going to customize my avatar. 1/3 is more than 1/4. True. The fraction with the smaller the denominator is greater. Bang. Cool. So that was just a quick 10 minutes of Imagine Math with me. Why don't you try out some Imagine Math, and you send me a message of the name of some lessons you're having trouble with, and I can make a video on that.